Welcome back, Scrunchy Moms Club.
Hi. Did you
Hi.
miss us? We have some explaining to do.
I mean, it's nothing like crazy bad, but like I've missed you.
I know. I mean, we talk every day, but yeah, it was weird.
No, I've missed recording with you.
Yeah, I know. Well, because so much has happened, so many things. I'm like, oh, I would love to talk about this. I would love to talk about this.
Yeah. I have felt
Uh,
a little empty inside
yeah. No,
without
we have
my
some explaining to do,
platform.
but it's fine for our
Got some
followers who
splaining
missed
to do.
for our followers who missed us last week. We took a break. We're only human, okay?
Okay, but also like we have been going hard every week since January. Like we're
Like,
okay to miss one
props to
week.
us. Yeah.
Props to us. We have not stopped working. So if anyone has anything to say, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, don't say it. And we're
Yeah.
coming up on
If
the
you have
1 year.
feedback, if you have feedback, we don't want it.
If it's negative, if it's positive, please. Yeah.
Unless you're telling me like you go girl for taking a break, then I don't want to hear it.
Or like how much you missed us. That's fine.
Yeah, that I mean, I get it cuz like same.
Same.
I miss me too.
So yeah, where should we even begin?
Oh my gosh. Um well, Mother's Day occurred
Right.
this past
That was
weekend. Do we
probably what happened the soon. Yeah. Chronologically, it was Mother's Day. Because I'm trying to even think when
Yeah.
we were. Oh yeah, we were gonna record the day after Mother's Day.
Yeah, but then things
Yeah, we'll get to
occurred.
that. But so Mother's Day happened. How was your
It
Mother's
happened.
Day? We kind of like
Um,
talked about plans and then,
yeah, plans kind of went differently. Funny enough for me because well, I kind of just told Sam like I want to not think. I don't want to make a plan, you do it. And he's just like again, he's a man that lacks urgency and like it he threw something together, but it was really cute in the end. Like we ended up going to the blueberry farm, like the farm, Southern Hills, but it's a big farm with fruits and vegetables and
I know
rides
calling
and
it
oh
a
my
farm
gosh,
is like almost funny because it is a farm, but they have so
it is
much
a
more
farm.
than that. It's like it's almost like a fair year round. They have like a whole kids area.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. So we ended up going and actually because when he was like telling me the plans, because I was like, I don't want to know, just throw me in the car and take me where we're going. And I was like, are these plans outdoors? Because like
Yeah,
I
you
needed to know
say
how to
that
dress.
and then like our type A controlling is like
I know, and then he's like, yes, and I'm like, okay. Because also it's like hot as hell in Florida,
and you're
and
pregnant.
I'm now in my third trimester of pregnancy. Like things are real sensitive. Anyway, so yeah, he was like, yeah, it is. And but he didn't tell me where we were going, so I wore like white Converse shorts and a tank top, whatever. We go, and then it ended up being the farm. I'm like, you could have told me not to wear my white Converse,
Oh
but
yeah,
whatever,
your
that's
shoes.
fine.
Every time I go there, my shoes and my feet, like if my toes are
Yeah.
exposed and I'm wearing sandals, my feet are
Oh,
black. Like it's
forget it.
disgusting.
Yeah. So, but it ended up being like a gorgeous day because it was like it ended up being overcast and cloudy and
Yeah.
windy even a little bit. So it worked out in the end. And the second the sun came out, I was like, time to go. Like, and that's how it went. And it actually was like some really nice family time. And then we got home and I took a 2 hour nap and
Oh,
that was my day.
great. No, that's great.
So chill, very chill. Like my mother-in-law wasn't in town, so again it was all about me, so that was kind of nice. And we're gonna actually tonight we're doing something for my mother-in-law because she was
Aw,
out of town,
that's
so
sweet.
we'll do something tonight, but that's it. And I know you kind of wanted to chat a little bit
Did
about
I?
Mother's Day and how it's just a day.
Yeah, so my Mother's Day, well, the thing was, I had low expectations because my husband his schedule changed, so he doesn't have Sundays off anymore. So I already knew he was going to work. My mom's not in town. Like I knew it wasn't going to be, in the past we've done like big things. Like I am
Yeah.
the one who does like to like let's take all the kids and like go out to brunch or let's do this, or if my mom was here it definitely would have been a big ordeal. But this year, I don't know. I think we kind of talked about it. Our birthdays are like so soon with the holiday. Like literally my birthday is the week before and we did go hard and do a lot of things. So part of me was just like, didn't have the energy. I also feel like your first Mother's Day as a mom, it's like really monumental. So it's like 2 Mother's Days ago was my first Mother's Day with Gio. Then it was my first
Mhm.
Mother's Day with Juju. Now it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
But so we kind of like celebrated the day before. Like we took the kids to like the trampoline park and then we went on the boat. Taylor does have a boat, like a small boat. And so we went to the lake, we went to this little spot where
Oh yeah,
they can
so cute.
swim. So it's cute. We definitely had some good family time. And then Sunday comes. It's weird because I had said, like, I'm fine. We don't need to celebrate. You have to work, like, whatever. And then, like, you say that, but then when I wake up, that day, it's the social media of it all. Like, they ruin everything because you see all of these people post these unrealistic things of like, oh, what my husband did. They sent me to a hotel. They did that. I went on a all expenses paid vacation, a spa. What
Yeah.
you see these things, and like you say that you're not going to let it get to you, and that's unrealistic. Um, that's an unrealistic expectation. But yeah, it just gets to you. So I woke up
Like,
grumpy.
well, like 1 minute you'll be fine, and the next you won't be. Like, it's like it's not
It's
linear.
not linear. Yeah, it's touch and
Yeah.
go. So I woke
Yeah.
up kind of grumpy because I was looking at all that and I was like, you know what? I need to put my phone away. So
Yeah.
Taylor, he didn't have to go into work until like 12. So he did have the morning, but I had said I didn't want to do like a brunch because honestly, we talked about this, like going to breakfast and brunch with your children, like it's touch and go. It could be great, could be horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like putting myself or any of my family members through that. So I was like, no, if anything, like if you could give me a little bit of a break and like let me go do some stuff. I have some errands to run. He told me I should just sit and rot. Like he'll take the kids to the park and I'll just like sit, relax. I had so many plans of like taking an everything shower, rotting, watching some TV. But of course, I can never let myself do that. Like when I have time away, it's like I feel guilty. So I'm like, no, I need to go run errands. So I spent my Mother's Day running errands. I went and returned some Amazon orders. And then I had like a big
Yeah.
Ulta thing I bought way too much at Ulta, but that's a different tangent. But yeah, I took myself on a little shopping spree to Ulta. And so that was like my Mother's Day. So yeah, in the moment then I was happy. And then as I'm driving home, then I'm like, okay, well that was my Mother's Day. Like that's it. But I did, yeah, I had a little epiphany because as I'm like being a brat, complaining about how like, ugh, I wasn't celebrated or, this is I Taylor has to work, my mom's not here, I was getting sad about it. So I'm at Ulta and so I had like the reason I went to Ulta is because I had like a bajillion points that like I've never used because I could never access the account. I'll make it short. But and then I had coupons. So I was one of those people at the cash register that like they hate that I was just like,
Yeah.
you know. So anyway, but the lady, I mean, she was so nice. You know how some of those cash register people, cashiers,
Hate their
sorry.
life.
Well, no, when you have someone like me who has like I have coupons, I have gift cards, I have this to dispute, and you have a huge long line. She was so nice, took the time, care, like was so nice to me. And I don't know, you remember those people, but then it like clicked on me and then she says like she's a mom. It's Mother's Day. She's a mom. She's literally working. All of these people behind the counter, they're all women. I'm sure 80% of them are moms. And so I'm just like, why am I being a brat complaining? I'm literally buying some makeup. I have time away from the kid. Like it's little things. These women are working, I'm sure they want to spend time with their kids or their family or have time away. So it kind of just like smacked me on the butt a little bit and was just like, you know what? You're being a brat. So that was like my little epiphany of like, some women have it so much harder than me. Like, relax. It's just a day. And I do think that it is just a day. So after that, I was
Yeah.
fine. It was actually like the kick in the butt I needed to like wake up and be like, you know what? It's just a day. And we've always said that. Like we deserve to be celebrated every single day. We don't just need one day to say like, hey, you're a great mom. We know, and we have good husbands who, show us that and tell us that in different ways. So anyway, that was my Mother's Day. So it was uneventful, but like, that's okay. Life moves on.
That's okay. No, that's a very good perspective to have. Yeah. sometimes when we're in our bratty moods, we have to be, you know.
It's like you said, it's not linear. Like, and I said
Yeah.
that when I was telling you guys, I'm like, I'm sure in an hour when Gio's popping off with a tantrum, I will be back to brat mode about how this is my day and he's ruining it. But for now, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, it's so true. But um regardless, it's I mean, yeah, you celebrated a little on Saturday and that sounds good too,
Yeah. And
you know?
yeah. The thing is, like, I think it really helps, like, knowing your worth too as a mom. Like, I know that I'm a great mom.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, I'm insecure in a lot of ways, but like in motherhood, like, yes, I have my little things where like I think I could do better, but like I know I'm a great mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. I don't know.
No, you are, and I love it. I love confidence.
Just in
Show it
that
off,
area. Like I
babe.
said, I have a lot of other dark holes we can go into, but in general of good mom, bad mom, I know I'm a good mom.
There you go.
There you go. Anyways, that was Mother's Day.
That was
Um
Mother's Day.
So I guess
Then
before we get into like chronological of like the indoor, Monday, you should probably kind of briefly go over. So the reason why our schedule we used to be like really good with recording like once, twice a week. We kind of had it
mhm.
down to like these daytime recordings while Jonah's at ABA. And then kind of go over like the wrench a little bit of why we like can't record as often now, plus, my schedule. But yeah, I think that
Yeah,
should be next.
that should be next. Just we need to explain to the listeners what's going on. So, yeah, life's been a little chaotic in May.
Yeah.
It started out chaotic. I feel like now I'm doing much better, but
It was like your birthday bliss, and then like May was just like, "Ugh."
yeah, May yeah, like remember how positive we were like 2 episodes in a row? Like that quickly went away.
Life
Which
came
we
crashing down.
but we predicted it. Like we said that, what goes up must come down.
Yeah,
That is usually how it works, right? So
it's not
basically,
linear.
is anything?
No.
Um yeah, Jonah was going to ABA therapy every single day, and he's made, like I've said on the podcast, like he's made such great progress and things were going really well. I get a lovely letter from my insurance company, from Jonah's insurance company, saying, "We've dropped you effective May 1st. Have a
Have a
nice
good
life.
day.
Go fuck yourself. Sorry, Aunt Cindy." So like, that's basically what the letter said, and so after lots of, you know, calling insurance company and all the things, I figured out why, and then it's something stupid. I wish it was something
Oh,
like even
so stupid.
I
Just
wish it was like fraud, but no, it was because like I didn't like turn in his birth certificate, like something so
they
dumb.
like didn't have an updated copy of something. But the thing is, like, you'd think it would be as easy as, oh, just show us that and you'll be reactivated.
No, then they're like, oh, you have 2 weeks and you have to appeal, like all this bullshit, right? Long story short, we got a new plan, and the new plan is much better actually.
Well,
And
because you had issues with your plan too. You should go
oh yeah,
down
I
that
had issues with me
rabbit
too.
hole.
Oh
No, we
yeah.
need to talk about healthcare for women and children.
Oh yeah, we we might go into a healthcare rant over here. Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. So that's Jonah's story, but we'll
We'll
put a pin on
pause.
that in a
Yep.
second. Then for me, I also found out through, I don't know, I was just like looking at my portal for like my doctor's visits for all my maternity stuff, and like my
Because
copays have been
you were how many
so,
weeks at this point when you found out?
what, it was like middle of April.
Yeah, so you're like
End
20
of
something weeks, like
April.
well into your pregnancy. So you've had many OB
Yeah.
appointments at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes a month to process the appointment, blah, blah, all that.
Hmm.
So anyway, so I've been noticing a trend that my copays are so high, and I'm like, what is going on? So I called all the people and got all the answers. It turns out, yeah, my insurance company does not cover maternity whatsoever. They were only giving me like like an in-network discount, and that was it. So,
Like none of your
being
appointments from conception to now have been covered. Like your
correct.
insurance plan doesn't cover any pregnancy. Like that's insane.
Yeah, it's a private insurance. The thing that sucks is it's because my husband is unemployed, not unemployed, self-employed. Sorry, God forbid, he's self-employed.
You know, if he
So
listens to his podcast, that's what he's gonna hold on to.
literally, he'll be like, "Wow, bitch, you called me unemployed." No, he's self-employed. So sorry about that. So, and then I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't work. So like we're
You're
not.
unemployed.
Yeah, hey, I'm a mother. I work. um so he so we don't have the luxury of having like a employee insurance like I once did.
Yeah.
That you don't really have to worry about because those plans are really really good a lot of the time. So yeah, so it's just been so the private insurance plan we're on, they're very persnickety, and yeah, so I guess maternity and mental health is also another one they don't cover.
Oh
Is
wow.
completely excluded. Yeah, it's really crappy. So
And you didn't know
also,
that obviously going into it. You had no
I
idea.
knew about the mental health.
Okay.
I didn't know about the maternity. I mean, shame on me, shame on my broker, shame on,
Yeah. I
all
think
of us.
even
I
I
think
would be ignorant too because like I would assume every plan, I mean, I don't know, maternity is just such a given. I don't know. That's weird. To me that's
well, this
weird.
country hates women and children.
I know. No, it's insane.
Anyway, so basically once Jonah's saga happened, I was like, okay, you know what? Like we're gonna both get on a plan and we're both gonna be on like a marketplace plan because they're the only ones that won't deny me for being pregnant because being pregnant is a pre-existing condition.
Ah.
So yeah. So thank goodness we got the insurance, but it doesn't start till June 1st. And ABA self-pay is quite expensive. So we had to basically go on a little lapse in services for the next 3 or so weeks
Yeah, almost a month.
with Jonah.
Mhm.
So that means that Jonah is home, home, home with Mama. Mama is full time mommying right now,
Mama
which
is
like
mommying.
the mother is mothering, but like obviously I'm a stay at home mom for reasons like this, of course.
Yeah.
But I am I'm now on my third trimester, but at that week I was approaching and I'm just like, okay, like great. He's going to be like home, home, home during like the worst part of my pregnancy, but like,
Yeah.
sure, why not? Um, but actually like to turn it into a positive, like it's been really positive. Like it's been okay. I'm almost done with week 2 of
Wow,
being.
yeah, you're like more than halfway. That's
I
crazy.
know. So like, and honestly, like I think this was like a weird blessing in disguise for like a couple of reasons, but
Everything happens for a reason.
shut the Cindy's gonna be so mad at us this episode.
You're the one who's
Uh,
cursed. I've said nothing. Holy citizen.
um yeah, it's been nice because I've gotten like really good quality time with Jonah, and obviously new baby's coming so soon, so it's like it's been nice to have this time. So
Yeah,
I'm looking at it as a little bit more of a blessing
right.
than, I mean, it's not a curse. I never want to say that. I love my child and but it's just like obviously like lots of other things get put on the back burner, and it's just
It's an
thriving and
adjustment.
surviving with your toddler. Um
Yeah.
and I'm like such a planner, and I'm such a like I have to do at least one like structured thing with Jonah a day. Like, I don't know, that's just how my brain works.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I know you've been kind of like helping me kind of like put my expectation, like I have such high expectations for myself, and it just like, and when I don't achieve them, I beat myself up so hard. And you've just been like, if you do one thing a day, like please, like you're fine.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to like balance that a little bit.
Well, because
But I have been.
the minute that you found out that Jonah was going to be out of ABA for a month, you were like, "All right, Camp Scrunchy Mom. This day we're going to go to the playground. This day we're going to go to gym. This day," and I was like, "Okay, let me bring you down to earth for a sec," because I've been here for 3 years now, being at home with the kids forever. And it's okay to have like, yes, we'll go to the playground one day, but if we do nothing one day, great. If our outing is Publix, great. Like I've achieved something. If we
I
just rot
know.
and have a watch Frozen and Moana all day, that's okay too. Like again, not linear, that's okay. So like I was just, especially you being pregnant on top of it, I was like, you are really like, Jonah will be okay.
I know. I just like also I'm so afraid of regression. I'm so afraid of
That
like
yeah, I think that's like another layer too, is like just being without services for so long that
yeah.
but
So
he has a BCBA in the house, so you know.
no, but he doesn't give a shit that I'm a
I
BCBA.
know.
That's the thing. So it's like,
Have some of
yeah, I have
your his BCBA aunties come and we'll spend some time
yeah,
with
you all
him.
just like run programs with him and I'll go lay down. Um yeah. So it's been no, but I will say overall these last 2 weeks have been really positive and like thank God for my mother-in-law. Obviously, she's also been
Yeah.
a saint and has like right now she's at the park with Jonah so I can record. So basically long story short, this is why like so we kind of got a wrench thrown in the scheduling of us and like it's temporary. It's so temporary. Like June 1st is literally right around the corner. So like I'm okay and like I'm doing okay. I mean, third trimester also has just like hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. We can shift
Like
gears to that if you want.
it was like yeah, like I'm like they're like welcome to the first trimester or sorry, welcome to third trimester. Here's your heartburn, here's your acid reflux, here's your sciatica pain, here's your pelvis feeling like it's about to fall out of your vagina. Here like
Yeah.
literally it was like all last week it was like welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Like truly. Um so it's been like the physical ailments have really started with me.
Mhm.
And I will say I got like a life-changing massage the other day and that was fantastic. But no, so yeah, all of that has accompanied me as well. So now I kind of have to like watch what I'm eating. Ugh, like who does that? I
Oh, do you
hate
have
it.
your glucose test scheduled?
I do. I have it next week.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Yep, so
I
this is
had an
the
OB
time.
appointment today
Mhm.
and everything's good. And baby girl's like moving. They want me to Oh yeah, did you ever like did you truly like count kicks?
Hmm. No, so the thing is, I think it's different for every person because you have super, sometimes I do think you have really active babies and sometimes you don't. I will say like from the first time both my kids were kicking, they were kicking a lot. They're also, you have to know, they were big babies. So like that, you know, they're
Yeah.
stronger. I had a lot of fluid. So they were just swimming around in their little pool. So I was never concerned about kicks. I will say towards the end, like not even where you are, like towards the end, like 36, 37 weeks, I was getting concerned because there would be like 2, 3 hours that like I wouldn't feel them kick. Or like I remember sometimes when, because you know the bathroom trips, you could do like 2, 3 bathroom trips a night. And like for my peace of mind, I would wake up, I'd pee, and then I would be like, okay, let me feel one kick before I go to sleep. Just like make sure
Mm,
and sometimes I wouldn't feel a kick for a while and then I'd freak out. But then when I was talking to my OB about it, they were like, um, you have to think about it as they get older and like ready to come out. They're literally napping, baby sleep for every 2, 3 hours. So I was never concerned about it. I never like actually counted like on the app. But again, we are not doctors. If that's what you need to do, you should do that. And I remember we would always, every time one of us is pregnant, there was at least 1 or 2 times we would go in the chat and be like, I haven't felt baby kick in like XYZ time. What should I do? And we always are like, lay down, drink some juice. Like, if you don't feel it in like 30 minutes, call the doctor. Like, we're very to the book on that. But yeah, I never
yeah.
like actually counted because I never felt the need to. Long story short, long story
Yeah,
long.
because I mean, what I've noticed is like baby girl, when I'm like out and about during the day, I barely feel her. But then
Hmm.
when I'm sitting on the couch or when I'm laying
It's
down at
always when
night,
you're like
like
laying down, like wanting to relax.
no, truly. Well, actually, I was at the salon yesterday getting my hair done, and like she was going off in the salon.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, it's when I'm like sitting and chilling because like think about it when you're up moving around, they're literally like, ooh, like I'm
Well, that's what my
sleeping. 'Cause,
OB
like
said. When you're walking,
yeah,
moving, and grooving, it's like rocking. You're like rocking them. So of
you're
course you're
literally
rocking
rocking
them
them. Yeah,
to sleep. And the minute you set them down in the bassinet, aka lay your ass on the couch, they're like, "No, I don't like it. Get your ass up." Um, Kim Kardashian, get your ass
you
up
better
and work.
work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's literally the baby. Like it seems like nobody wants
Yeah.
to work. Get your
No,
ass up and work.
truly. And yeah, so I've noticed her pattern there. And like, I don't know, for me, I'm just kind of like, if I feel her moving a few times a day, like I'm good. I don't know. Like I feel like if I were to actually count, like, because the doctor was saying today, he was like, oh yeah, like 10 times in 2 hours. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't got time for
Right.
that. I don't know. It's just like, and I don't think I really did it with Jonah either. I mean, obviously he's a totally different story, but yeah, I don't know. Just I
I
know
think
that,
every baby is different. Like they set those rules like as guides. They're not,
but
nothing.
then the apps make you anxious
Right,
because these
exactly.
apps
So
have the kick counters on them, and like these especially like first time moms, I'm sure, like, oh my god, I have to count every kick or I'm gonna
yeah.
die. So it's like, I don't know. It's a
From
toss up of like what's gonna be better for your anxiety.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. Yeah, from
It's
everything my doctors have said, like, yeah, the counters are a slippery slope. You kind of just have to grow. Oh, my dog made an appearance. You have to grow to sort of know your baby and the patterns. Like, they're most active at this time. So if you're laying and you
yeah.
don't feel her, like that's a red flag of like, okay, like let's, drink some juice or something. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think you just have to go off what your doctor says, like, because like I said, every child is different and there's different circumstances. Like I said,
Yeah.
high fluid, low fluid, big baby, small baby. Like there's so
I
many
know
different
my placenta's my why can I not say the word placenta?
the placenta of it all. That's what I mean. There's so many different like
My
variables going on.
placenta is anterior, which means it's in the front, which means sometimes it's harder. But but I still like really do I do feel her, and it's mostly like nighttime or chill time.
Yeah.
So he talked about that today. Glucose, I got to get some blood work done next week. So, and then I also have my high risk appointment on Monday. So I've got a lot going on next week in terms of like,
Yeah.
pregnancy
Have
related
you
things.
felt like I wanted to ask you if you felt like any like triggers or anything, because I know for Jonah's pregnancy 28 weeks is when it all went downhill and you found out all of those things. So like has
Yeah.
that affected you or
Not that actually, like it was interesting. I was thinking in the car. Um, yes, I actually like I thought about it for a little bit about this, but I actually want to see for Monday
because that's the
because Monday is
ultrasound?
my
Yeah.
ultrasound. So I just want to, that's what I think I'm going to be a little more like, obviously, this appointment, you're just like, measure, feel a heartbeat, you're not bleeding or dying. Great. Have a
Yeah.
nice day. Like, that's usually how these
But they
appointments
measured
go.
your belly and so that was on track and all that.
Yeah. 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 But then my other trigger, I don't know, every time, well, because this was the same OB that I had my miscarriage.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just like still like, I don't know. Every time I like park in the parking lot, I like walk up. I don't know.
A
I get
chill.
a
Yeah.
little chill. You're right. Yeah, a chill of sorts.
I think that's
Um,
normal.
yeah, yeah.
I
But
clenched
actually,
I,
speaking of all that,
yeah.
so funny story for today's appointment. It was the doctor, and then the doctor had like a 3-year resident come in, a third-year resident come in,
Oh.
and he looked like a little boy.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, let's be careful what we say on this podcast. But he was definitely like 20 something, a professional doctor.
no, but like he walked in and I was like, "Are you 12? Like, what is this?
Are you
Are
lost,
you
little
playing?
boy?
Is this take your dad, take your son to work day?" Like, I
That's
don't
so
know.
funny.
He was wearing a white coat, so he came into the room before the doctor. He was like, "Hi, I'm a third year resident. Blah, blah, blah. I want to just take some, just like want to chat with you about your history before the doctor comes in." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" You're not checking me or anything. He was just talking to me.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, so he goes, "Oh, so you're pregnant with twins?"
Oh no. Oh honey. Oh honey, you've already
Oh,
failed.
honey. I was like, "No, that was my last pregnancy that, didn't end well." And he was like you could tell that he was
He was like,
mortified with
I done
himself.
fucked up.
He was like, "Oh, sorry, I saw it in your history." And I'm like, "No, I'm having a singleton this time." Whatever. So I like, poor
No,
thing. And he was
he's
like
probably
stuttering.
still like this was what, like 5 hours ago. He's still just in the room, like, oh no.
I would be. Are you kidding? If that were
Oh,
me,
I would
I would
carry that with me for years. Yeah.
for years. Like, it would, my last dying words would be like, "I'm so sorry that I said that to the woman."
Wow. He's so lucky he said it to like you though, who has dark humor that can just be
I
like,
know. I was like, I wasn't mean, but I was just like, yeah, that ended.
that's so bad. That's such dark humor. Like, yeah, that ended.
that that is no longer. Um so then whatever, and then he talked to me a little bit more and left the room, and I was so like that kind of trigger, happens. But no, so far so good. We'll see on Monday basically with
Okay.
all that. Which I'm sure we'll record after Monday.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so but the physical ailments have just been killing me. Oh my god, I am up 5-7 times a night now
Yeah.
peeing. All I do is pee.
I
It
know.
does not matter when I tried to like do the whole like cutting off at 8 p.m. Does not help.
Right. Or in the middle of the night, like when I'd wake up, I just would take one sip of ice cold water. And then I would still
And that's 3 times on the potty.
3 hours later, I would pee like a gallon. And I'm just like, where are these liquids coming from?
I think it's also like when the baby moves, they're like, oh, like there's some more liquid there,
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucks. Like, yeah. So sleeping has been not the greatest. And I know this is just, like it just, third
Just
trimester has
wait.
hit
Don't
me
you
like a
love when
truck.
people say that? Just wait. It gets worse.
um, yeah. So that's about my pregnancy update at this current moment. I think next week I'll have a lot more updates.
Yeah.
Um,
But you're in the home stretch.
yeah. No, it's so wild. Like I can't believe how
And you
fast this
said
is
you're kind of
going.
like starting to nest. You're starting to like, okay, this is.
Ish. Yeah. Well, I'm just like cleaning my house.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. That's what I
I'm
mean with
doing like
nest. I mean, I know
I'm
because
doing
of
like
your Jewish culture, you can't like fully nest. But I just mean like for me, nesting, like cleaning, like just like I have
no,
a
my
top.
baby room is not done whatsoever, and it probably won't be until after the baby's here because I need people to sleep in my guest room. So that's fine.
Right.
But no, I'm doing a lot of like deep cleaning and like. But the thing was that was going to be my goal. But then, once Jonah's back in ABA, then I can like really focus
Mm-hmm.
on it better. But and I'm starting to like I have my double stroller, I have a car seat.
Oh, it came.
It came,
Oh my
yes.
god, I can't wait to see it. I'm so
Yeah,
jealous.
so everything like I have like the essentials. We've already had a crib, but it's not built yet. Um
You have the car seat.
we have a car seat, yes.
There you go.
Um yeah, so things are just like I have like the big ticket items that like are necessary for when
Yeah. And a lot of
the
the
visit
little
comes.
ticket items, like the swaddles, the bottles, you kind of have to feel the baby out anyway. So it's like,
Yeah. And I'm not doing a baby shower or anything. But speaking of baby showers,
yeah.
my my sister-in-law has hers this weekend, so I'm really
And
excited
you
for
guys are like
her.
only a few weeks apart.
We're 2 weeks apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So she is having that this weekend, so I'm really excited for her, and it'll be cute. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Because this is her
Um
first. So it's a big deal.
yeah. It's a big deal, yeah. So be happy for her. Yeah, we have a busy weekend coming up because then I'm going to my sister's on Sunday too. We're gonna swap baby things basically.
I thought you were going to
Um,
say swap babies. I was like, what
I
does that
mean,
mean?
I keep saying how much I want Xander, but it is their child at the end of the day, like
Unfortunately,
biologically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like it is called kidnapping if I were to take him away, but like whatever.
Technicalities,
I call it some like auntie spending some quality time with auntie, but like the law calls it kidnapping. What are you gonna do?
Florida woman kidnaps her own nephew against sister's will.
Whatever.
Just wants to snuggle and sniff
Right.
some
Like
toes.
that's illegal?
Apparently, so
Apparently.
rude that it's illegal, but yeah. So yeah, Baruch Hashem, Kanain Hara, like God willing. That's the tea.
Okay.
Yeah. Um what else?
Well, what else? Oh, well, we hung out. We went to an indoor playground. That was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. Scrunchy
Okay.
moms were invited to a soft opening. Like, what are you guys doing?
I can't
Yeah,
even
we
say
were
that with a
invited.
straight face.
Yeah, we were picked from the giveaway. Yeah, we're kind of a big deal. It
Yep.
was a big deal to me.
No, it was a really big deal to me. Just like when I win anything, although I don't, whatever.
No,
When I
lately you've been like a winner.
We've been winning at life lately. um yeah, I don't know if I said on the podcast, but I won Paw Patrol tickets, Paw Patrol Live. Like,
I don't remember if you
it's
had said
just
it,
so
but
funny
yeah.
that's like not
Well,
Taylor
the
Swift or
Instagram
Beyonce, but what I win is Paw Patrol Live tickets. Like, that's what I get.
that's winning. Well, yeah, the Instagram giveaway. I'm not like a huge giveaway signer upper, but I know
No,
like
but
a
you had
lot of
you
my
had
friends
talked
are.
about this indoor playground opening. Like, I think you did mention it on the podcast, saying like there was one opening in Lake Nona, because Lake Nona for us is like our center meeting
Our
point. Like, even
literal
before
exact center.
even before we had kids, we'd always meet in that area to go to lunch or dinner. And now with kids, like we've gone to a few playgrounds there, like outdoor playgrounds. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Lake Nona is our central meeting point. So a few weeks ago, you had told me like, oh, there's this indoor playground, because a lot of the indoor playgrounds, we could go on like a whole indoor playground tangent. I know you want to
So,
literally review them across the land.
yeah, I was gonna say because right now I have so much time with
Yeah.
Jonah, and I'm in my third trimester, and screw being outside.
And it's
I've
already
been
so hot here.
no, it's ridiculous already. And I'm just doing like an indoor like a tour of all the indoor
You
playgrounds
are.
In Central Florida. So if you need if you need like seriously, I'm going to like a new one every week or
Yeah.
so, you
So
know.
if you want to know like a good review of that, like slide in our
Come
DMs,
to
she's
me.
got you. You've literally been to all of them, almost.
Not all, but I'm making my way around.
Yeah.
It's been to quite a few now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but we did go to TerraPlay, and no, it was so
Yeah. So we
good.
got it. I think it officially opened yesterday, but we went like a few days before the official
Yeah.
opening, and it was
Yeah,
so nice.
we did that.
No, but it was so special because like there were barely any kids, so we really got the experience of like there were not a lot of kids. We got to try all the stuff from the cafe. So it's one of those indoor playgrounds with a cafe. So for parents, and they have it really cool. Like, they have it set up really cool where you can literally sit in the cafe and watch your kids. Like,
You can see them from anywhere in the cafe.
yep, it's really,
Yeah.
really, really cool
A
setup.
dream.
And it's very like sensory forward. It's very
If you heard my TikTok that I made, which
that's a
doing a
different
voice so
tangent of like
doing
if it,
doing a doing a voiceover TikTok is seriously the hardest thing I've ever done. Worse than my graduate thesis. Like it was seriously. I don't know how these
right, like, you guys, we
influencers
have master's degrees, and like TikToking is the hardest thing we've ever done. And we have
like we
master's
really have
degrees, guys. I don't
we
know.
have been on our TikTok game like these last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I will say.
But it's hard. We always say, like, after we post a video, we'll reinforce each other, like, oh, that was great, good job. And we're always like, this is the hardest thing. I don't know how people make a living off of this. Like, because in order to make a living, you have to post like 5-10 videos a day. Like, after
Yeah.
one, like, so I did one with my husband. That actually did pretty well, but like,
Oh my
it took
God.
us all day. So I'm just like,
That
if
and
I
like
did this for a living, I would be living out of my car. Like, it's way too hard. And then yeah,
no,
so
and
she had the job of doing the video of reviewing the indoor playground. She wanted to do it. I said I would do it. And so it would
no, you
entail.
didn't say.
Yes, I did. Remember, I'm the one who said when we go there, I want to make a video, like a review. And you're like, I'll do it. And I was like, I don't know how to do the voiceover. And you're like, I'll figure it out. It can't be that hard. So it was really hard.
It wasn't really hard. Like the act of it wasn't hard. Like it was the how many freaking takes I had to do, and
Did you
like,
write a
oh, I
script?
stuttered. I did. Of course I did. No, it's really hard. So don't even come at me with did I write a script? Of course I did.
Okay, I'm so sorry. No, I knew you write a script because you
we're
write a script for all of our TikToks. You need
we're
like the
taking
teleprompter.
we're taking our listeners through what it is like to be a micro influencer.
Be an influencer for a day.
Micro.
Try it. Try being an influencer for a day.
No, I mean I'm not calling myself an influencer whatsoever.
No. We're doing
But yeah,
it all.
no, that was difficult. But regardless, the place itself was stunning. It was like those kids could have played there an hour more.
Oh
like
my gosh,
it was
yes.
Yeah, so we found a really, really good one,
Yes,
in
I was trying to
Orlando,
explain it. It's
so
very, like, sensory forward, like, it's not nothing, like, electronic there, it's all very, like, there I mean, there's, like, lights, but there's not I don't know, because like, some indoor playgrounds, you'll go and there's, like, toys
it
set
was
up, right?
it was more intentional because,
Very
like, I feel like
intentional.
I've been to so many indoor playgrounds where they have a play structure, they just, like, threw something in there, they throw some toys,
Yeah, a
like,
lot of it
regular toys.
yes, a lot of the playgrounds I go to, I think they just throw like, I'm playing with other people's toys is what I feel like, and a lot of
Correct.
it's like, "Oh, we have that at home," or it's just, like, toys you literally go through the Target aisle, it looks like they just plopped them in one big foam room. So, I don't love playgrounds like that because it's like, "Okay, so I'm paying this much money to just play with other people's toys." This one was
Yeah,
not like that at all. Like you said, it's very intentional, very sensory forward, like, a lot of just climbing, swinging, jumping, like, a lot of, Gio's favorite was, like, the ball contraption where, like, you put the ball through one tube and you watch it
yeah.
like a maze go to
Lots of,
another.
like, problem solving and
Yeah.
learning, and yeah, no, it was really, really good. Because I did go to an indoor park, I won't mention the name of it, but it was like that. It was like they threw, like, a play like, a outdoor, like, playground structure in there. They had a couple of food trucks and kitchen items. They had, like, the tiniest infant area, which that's the other thing about TerraPlay, they had an amazing infant area,
Mhm.
and then the next room they literally threw 2 Amazon freaking, bounce houses, and that was it.
Right.
I'm like, I mean, we spent 2 hours there. Jonah was obsessed with the bounce houses, but, ugh,
But it's, like, something you could do at home. Like, I have a bounce house I can blow up. Like, it's just this the TerraPlay was something, like, I we don't have anything like that at home or, like, it's definitely something that is a treat, and he's still talking to this day. This is he wants to go on Friday, go back. He's like, the indoor playground," because it's just
that's
yeah, it's
cute.
nothing like we have. It's not it's very, very cool. So we would highly recommend, long story short.
Yeah, if
Um
you're in the Central Florida area, it's a
Yeah.
good one to
Yeah,
check
it's a
out.
good like I said, it's a good equal point of, like, people who live, like, in South Orlando, which is me, or, like, North it's very Lake Nona in general is great, but yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good spot. I think their grand opening is on Saturday, and they're gonna have, like, a bunch of
Let's wait a couple weeks to go back because, like, all the grand opening stuff will probably,
well, Gio literally wants to go on Friday. So I'm gonna we'll see. He,
hmm,
like, won't stop talking about it. Thing about Gio is once something's set in his mind, like,
I
there's
know,
no
but
oh, we'll see. Maybe I can give him an
ye
alternative.
I don't want you to go without me.
I know, I
Thanks.
know, I know. So, yeah,
Ugh,
that
I'm
was
getting
our
really hungry, so I think we should do, like, wins and fails.
okay, she said what she said.
You know what? I have a fan oh, yeah, that's the other thing, my 3rd trimester, all of a sudden, my
Plug the fan, drop a link.
the Ryobi, whatever the fuck.
That is nice that it has, like, a clip. So does it clip, like, on the stroller, on,
It
like,
sure
anything?
does, honey bun.
And it's powerful?
You know what? It's not that powerful,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's consistent, and the battery life is very long.
Okay. That's what she
So
said. Okay.
that's what she said. Um, no, I've been these last like 3 days, I've been hella hot. Like everyone's freezing in my house, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that was me
so
too. Like, Taylor and I, it was a battle with the thermostat. Like, when I was pregnant, I'd sneak in and I'd turn it down, then he'd sneak up and turn it up, and then I'd sneak up and turn it let me just first of all say, when you're pregnant, like, if you're not one of the pregnant people in the house, you cannot touch the thermostat. Like, it's off limits. It's just off
that's
limits to
right.
men, okay? Like,
Well, I'm the only one that has the app on my phone, so you see me on my phone.
turn it down. Yeah, like, if you're a man, like, sorry, just pay the little extra a month during those few months of pregnancy and grab a blanket and just be quiet.
And I'm pregnant during the dead of summer. So please,
Please.
please.
Yeah, no, the hotness, it's just gonna get worse. And I hate to say that to you, but it really is just gonna get worse.
I know. And that's why like I'm on this like indoor playground or splash pad journey
Yes.
because I will not do anything else now. Theme parks I think are completely out of my if anyone wants to take Jonah, he's got great perks. So go ahead and
He
take him.
does. Yeah. And he has
But
passes to all the theme parks. But you
I
just
have,
need
and I also have DAS, so
right.
even better with 3 spots open if I don't go. So
Right.
Jonah's a great person to go to Disney with if
And that
anybody
was my
wants to
thing,
do
like
that.
postpartum too, when I had the newborn. Like, please take Gio to all the theme parks. Like, he has all the passes. Like, I
Yeah,
just won't be attending, but please take him. I will never say
please
no to
take
that.
him. Yeah. Anyway, I'm starved. So even though I ate right before the podcast started, I don't know. I'm hungry every 2 hours.
Okay,
It's
she wants to
crazy.
end it so she can eat people. Okay.
So sorry. So let's do win and fail.
Okay. Do you actually have a fail?
I actually do.
Okay. Because I was even going to suggest, like, maybe we should just, like, do wins and, like, because I feel like we never can figure out fails and, like, we should end positively. But
No, I just think it's been the last few weeks because we've been on like birthday highs. Like, no, now I have
true. Okay.
like,
So let's do fails first. You do fail.
and also like what goes up must come down. We are not always winners. We also have
Right,
our
right, right,
moments
right,
of,
right. For sure.
I don't like failure is a little bit of an abrupt word, but
Yeah.
you know, some days may be good, some days may be shit.
Literally.
So,
All right. Well, let's do
you wanna,
fail so we can end positive because,
oh, well, my win turns into my fails. It
Okay,
like
fine. Go
blends.
ahead.
So
You
why
just
don't
go.
you go
Oh,
first?
okay. Well, I'm one of those people that like I don't know if I have a fail. The only thing of fail, which I think I've said this, like it's just funny how kids and everyone says that all the boomers love to say that like you're the role model for the kids. They model what you do. So it's just funny now my kids are like becoming the age where like I really have to watch what I do and say because they really do model it in like
Yeah.
some funny ways and some like inappropriate ways, but they're just really humbling me in that aspect. So like Julian's funny thing he does, and I told you this at the beach because he did it. But like now I noticed, and my parents pointed out too when they visited him when they were watching him. Like anytime he sits down on anything, he makes the most grandpa noise. He goes, "Ugh," when he plops down in any chair. And so my parents were like, "Do you notice that he does this?" And like I watched, and then I was like, "Oh, that's weird. Whatever." Then I went to sit down on something. And you hear me go, "Ugh," and then they're like, he's literally doing it because you
He's
do it anytime.
copying you.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I'm just like old and I don't know. I'm 32 and I guess I moan every time I sit down.
So do I. Like, oi,
Yeah.
you know.
So and so I now try not to because I don't want him to do that. I think people are gonna be like, is he okay? Like he's 20 months old. He should not be straining to sit. And I'm like, he's not. He just thinks for some reason like that's what you do because that's what mom does. Anyway, so that's kind of funny. And then Gio's funny thing that he's well, I mentioned like the cursing thing, which I've been a lot better. Taylor now will really call me out on it. The thing is Taylor does not curse, which is like wish we could be like the chosen one, the favorite. Like so
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to be God's favorite.
right. I'm so sorry. But it's me. And I think I've been better. There are times anyway. So Gio was trying to like open a bottle or something, and he's like, "Can you help me? I can't get this stupid thing open." Which like stupid isn't like that crazy bad,
Yeah.
but it was just such a funny phrase. Like, I can't get this stupid thing to work. And I
But
was
like
like,
anybody would say, like it's
no, it
so
was
such
so
a regular,
appropriate.
regular thing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so appropriate. And I was like, where did you learn that? Like, where did you learn that? Because a lot of things I'll ask him, like he'll say weird phrases. Like, his other new thing is he's like, speaking of this, like if we're talking about water, speaking of
Yeah.
water, I'm thirsty. And I'm just like, who talks like that? Anyway, so I asked him, like, who taught you the word stupid? And he goes, you, mom, you're the one who curses. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, you're
Dead.
the one who uses bad words. It was you. And I was like, okay. Anyway, so that's like my funny fail. Just like kids, like they really humble me and teach me to like shut the F up.
Yeah.
And then my win, which we didn't talk about the indoor playground. So we got invited to this indoor playground, right?
I
And
don't know
it's
if you
like,
guys knew, but like
right,
we
right.
exclusively got
Let's
invited
like
from a giveaway.
re-mention. I don't know if we mentioned it, but we like got invited to soft opening of this indoor playground, like super special. Only limited people got invited or whatever. Um, However, the time slot that we got invited to was smack dab in the middle of nap time. Now, if you've listened to this podcast, you know that that's for my thing is my kids sleep and the schedules. And like during nap time, right now I have a almost 3.5-year-old that still naps. I know that that's like unheard of, but he does. So that's why like from 12 to 3, like we are home because that is when my kids nap. That is when I get my break and the world keeps moving. So we got invited and it was like from 1 to 4. So it was literally smack dab in the middle of nap. I knew if I went, naps would not happen. Which Gio's 3.5. He has never not napped in his life. Like he's always had a 30-minute something to get him through the day. He's
Yeah.
never skipped a nap. But I was like, you know what? This is my chance to like be flexible. And so I did it. Long story short, I went. Gio did not nap the whole day and he did fine. Like he literally did fine. Almost to the point where I was like, wow, maybe he's like good with napping. And then he like played me a little bit because like, so I put him to bed early because he didn't nap and he was like, I don't want to go to bed early. Like I'm fine. Like, and he really was convincing. And I was like, okay, like maybe we can stay up late. So I like leave the room to go get something. He asked for like a toy. Literally one step out of the room and I look in the monitor like knocked out. Like so he was just like surviving on air at that
On
point. But
fumes.
anyway,
Yeah.
my win is I was flexible and I did it and I have no regrets.
I was really, really proud of you. Like I didn't think you
Yeah.
would do that
And it
time
went the
slot. And
best it
you
ever
did.
could win. I told Lila it could go horrible. He could refuse to leave because he's overtired and like the whole transition could be horrible. They could scream in the car on the ride home, you know. But it went the best it could have went. They went fine. It was raining. That whole day was like one of those days where it rained all
Oh my
day.
God, it rained all
So it was a
day that
perfect
day.
indoor playground day. But then when we got home, we just watched a movie. And so it was perfect because like they were both tired. Yeah. So anyway, that's my win is me being so flexible and so brave. And yeah.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. All right, your turn.
And I'm gonna toot toot myself.
Okay. Oh, okay. I guess that's why you want to leave the podcast. That's why you want to end it early, huh?
No, I'm so hungry. But no, I'm gonna toot my own horn because like I said, like Jonah being home has been like a little bit of a blessing in disguise, like quality time wise, but also potty training wise.
Oh yeah, I
Your
was gonna.
girl, yes, your girl is third trimester, aching pain, but no. What is she doing? She's potty training her 3-year-old.
Well, because he's
Yeah,
at home, so like, why not? You
that's
know,
right. I know. I looked at him like last week, like later last week, and I was like, I should just be taking you to the toilet. Like, I'm so like, let's just do this.
right? Like we're
So
both
I
stuck in the
have,
house together. Let's just do this
yeah,
thing.
and we have been having a great time with it. Like he is I'm not on like a rigid schedule right now. Right now it's just like sitting on the potty, eliminating in the potty, pull up your pants, wash
Yeah.
your hands, like just like really getting in the routine of it all.
Yeah, I never did a rigid schedule either. Like those people that like every 30 minutes take them, like fill them with fluids. Like no, just when we go, we
Yeah,
go.
it's just, like when I think about it, we go. So it's
Mhm.
like every hour and a half or so. And maybe 2. It just depends like what, and like if we're out, then I'm not doing it, but I'm just
Right.
doing it at home. And then he gets rewarded with chocolate chips when he does go in the toilet. And he has gone every single time in the toilet. He's very motivated for these chocolate chips.
Right,
That's
right,
the other
right.
thing. Quite motivated. And he even pooped in the potty the other day.
Which is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm having a good time with it. So like so far so good. Like I've been saying this for like the last 6 months that I want to get him potty trained. So like I said, I think this whole like little break in therapy might have been the kick in the butt that I needed. So toot toot. Now with that, so you know he's super motivated for chocolate chips.
Okay.
So
Whoa.
he it was at night, like I'll like for bath time, we put him on the toilet to pee and then he goes in the bath and then we go to the room to get ready for story time, pajamas, bed, all of that. So what I do is I like whenever he went in the toilet before bath that day, so he got his chocolate chips. I usually put the chocolate chips like high on the counter of the bathroom. And then we did our bath. I wrap him in the towel and he walks behind me to walk to his room. I walked to his room and I thought, oh, maybe he's like stimming or I don't know what. No, it had been like a minute or so. So I was like, where is Jonah? Where is Jonah? He's trying to get into the bag of chocolate chips. Like he found it, little scooch, and he didn't successfully open it. But I was like, no, Jonah, those are only for pee pee in the potty. The tantrum that was had for the rest of the bedtime routine.
Oh.
Oh my God. And Sam wasn't there that night, of course. So just, oh my God.
I thought
So
you
it
were
was
going to
just
tell me that he peed on the floor. Like he's like, all right, you want pee? Here it is.
no, it's just like the tantrum of like denied access to like, but like you have to when it like that you're really trying to deprive them only
No, you.
when
It's all about consistency, follow through. Like you have to set
Mhm.
those
So like no,
boundaries.
you cannot have a chocolate chip for just for fun. You only have it when you go in the toilet. So yeah, just the tantrum that was had. But that's how you know that like it's really like motivating
Yeah.
too, you know? So
But and also that is a win, like good on you for sticking because it could have been so easy for you to just like this will
yeah.
end if I just give him a chocolate chip, but you didn't.
No, it's so funny. My mother-in-law yesterday, she was like, "You really don't give in." And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's what our master's degree taught us
I'm
something.
like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah, because like another like yeah, he's had like little things here and there. Obviously, he's 3, and she's like she'll like see what I do, and she's like, "Wow, like you really just."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you
I,
know,
I feel like, yeah, if
I have no soul. I'm dead inside."
but I feel like it's, and I tell Taylor that too. It's good and bad. Like it's all about follow through and sticking to your word with these kids, like good and bad. So like if you tell them like this is what you have to do to earn this, that is what, and they can cry, scream, or whatever. Just as the same as we said all they needed to do is this. Okay, they earned the Skittle. Like, oh, did they slap me right before? Okay, but like I didn't say you couldn't slap me.
I
Sorry.
know.
Like they earned
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it's all about consistency and follow through. So like good on you for not, because yeah, I've had those moments from like maybe I should just give him the chocolate chip because this will end.
Yeah.
But you can't.
No, because Jonah's too smart for his own good. He'll be like, okay, I just gotta like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, because
So
Gio had one of those tantrums with Taylor because Taylor took them to Publix and Gio's denied access thing at the cashier. He knows that there's those. Have you seen those like little eggs that have the
yes,
chocolate hazelnut?
the Kinder eggs. Yeah.
And we for therapy, he used to get that as a reward. But now every time he goes to the cashier, he associates like, oh, I'm gonna get an egg. And the denied access to the egg, like whew, it was Publix probably has his picture somewhere of like, do not let this kid.
Give him an egg at all costs.
Right, right,
Take
literally.
it out of your paycheck.
Oh my god! And you know what he does now? Because I took him to Publix yesterday. He's like, "Where are my stickers?" Like to the cashier person. I'm like, first of all, Gio, like, no, like that's not okay. He's like, "Can I have a sticker, please?" I'm just like, okay, that's better. But like, you just like he just assumed like I came here, like, give me my
Like
sticker.
I'm a child under the age of 5. Like I get a sticker.
They used to give out balloons. They don't do that anymore.
That's a lot. Like I would not want this many balloons.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's our show.
That's
I'll
our
wrap it
show,
up
dare
because
I
I know
say.
you're hungry
I am hungry. Thank you so much for thinking of me and considering my hunger
during this
and
time of need. Yeah.
during this difficult time. Well, thank you so much for listening to our show. And if you don't already follow us, please follow us at Scrunchy Moms Club Podcast on TikTok, on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the pink one, Scrunchy Moms Club Podcast. Subscribe. Did I say that already? Yeah, I did. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a 5-star review because that's all we are. And yeah. I hope you all have a great week. And we're back for now. Like we're not going anywhere.
We're back.
At least for now. Hopefully
For this
nothing
week,
crazy
we're back.
happens. But like we're back, okay? And don't forget it. All right, well, we love you and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.